How are you today?
Hi, fine you. How are you?
I'm very good. And how are you?
Well, here I'm just checking my connection because I want to be sure. I probably will have to switch to data or to another Wi-Fi, so I'm checking this. But can you hear me well right now?
Yeah, I can, but it's a little bit rough at the moment. The mics keeps shutting down a bit.
Okay, let me do something. I'm gonna. And what about now?
Now's better.
But that's better. Okay, perfect. Okay. I did move to another place here in the apartment which has better signal. So you're 10-year-old, Melina?
Yeah, I am. I think we should wait a little until more people would come in so we can start.
When you, I know it's early. I know that Tonya is right now setting up because we are transmitting this through YouTube and through other three different platforms. And she always has a very busy start here. Uh,
Oh, we're all ready to go.
you're ready
I've
to
been waiting to
You're
this
ready to
happen.
go
Yes.
today, okay? No, because I just wanted. Hi, Brent. I wanted you here too, and welcome to King and Sina, NFTRB, Melina, of course. So is Melina or Melina?
It's Melina.
Melina. Okay, perfect. That sounds closer to Spanish. I am in Caracas, Venezuela, in South America. So the pronunciation in Spanish will be Melina, the way it is written in your profile. So we're very happy that you are here. And I wanted to ask you a very early question that probably I will repeat it later during the hour. When did you start to be an artist, a graphic artist? How did you start drawing?
Well, Carlos, before we start, I think we're ready to go. So let's do our opening remarks, and then we can
Ask the
start
questions.
asking the questions.
Okay. Totally agree. Perfect. So go ahead.
So hey everybody, welcome to our weekly NFTs for a Cause, where we feature an NFT project every week. And it's also live stream right now out to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook group, Facebook, and also on social chats, which is my multi-station. It's on the Twitter account also, and then I run ads on it. So there's a lot, and then all the links I would in the YouTube. I always add all the links of all the people that we have on the space, and also anyone that and everything from how to get all of them and all that. So it's really important for us to have that final information to add to the YouTube, because I run ads on YouTube to get views. So it's really important we get that. So so today I wanted to say hi to my co-host Carlos. Hi Carlos, how are you?
Well, impressed with your technical coordination, and I'm pretty sure it's a secret that you don't want to share. But I'm pretty sure that you also, besides all the platforms you did name, you also have the WhatsApp of Mr. Elon Musk, and he is watching this through his WhatsApp, and you are connected even to him. But you won't tell it because probably he told you not to tell it. Okay, but I'm selling you out. So everybody, welcome. We are very happy to have Melina here.
And also her parents are here too. Sina and George, they're here too. They also have an NFT project. It's a whole family up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Tonya. Hello,
Hi.
Carlos. How are you guys doing? We're really excited to be as a guest and visiting your space. Thank you very much for the invite, and thanks for having us. Um, yeah, we're excited, and we just wait what is coming today in the space. Thank you.
So I'm going to go ahead and promote the space. If everybody can retweet us out. I pinned the promo up on the Nest, and I also pinned the promo for Melina on the Nest also. So if you guys could go ahead and retweet the space, we'll get more people in here. But we're actually live in a bunch of different platforms. So, and I just
Yes, so that's what I'm doing now, trying to put the message that we are already on. We have a wonderful reception for the ads just since yesterday when we started. So I would like to know what, well, we have Mia and here, let me see. Sina.
Sina and
Sina.
George.
Sorry, Sina, exactly. Sina and George. You can tell us, I mean, who want to start? Maybe Melina or you, making your some self presentation. I mean, to get you to know you a little bit on your own words.
Yes. Hello there. I'm gonna start a little bit. So my name is Sina. I'm in real life a nurse, and as you guys can imagine, the last 3 years was really challenging for us healthcare professionals. And then for me, in my free time and also for my mental health, I decided to do something that brings people together and yeah, to spread loves around the people and between the people, and just started this NFT project with the rings. But yeah, and yeah, I think. But today we should talk about Melina. I mean, she's the artist of the family. I could say 100%, and she's doing really good. Yeah, and let's hear you, Melina. What do you have to say?
First of all, thank you for letting me be in here in the space and interviewing me. And it's such an honor to get interviewed. And yeah, I'll be ready for some questions.
Well, my first question will be how early did you start? Because 10 years is already enough earlier age for anyone. So how earlier did you start writing or drawing? Because I will bet that it was inside your mom's womb that you start, somehow you found a pencil in there and started writing before being born. How, but actually, seriously, how early do you remember? Or how was your love with drawing?
Um, I draw since I can think. I can't really remember when I started. It's just, yeah, since I know I love to draw.
And you have any favorite subject that you, since you started drawing, do you prefer nature, objects, faces?
Yeah, was always I always had a love to comic things like chibis. I love to draw them. They're my favorite thing to do.
Okay, no, I didn't get yet. Can you repeat? Sorry, I have a breakup of the signal here. Which was, if you can spell it again?
Yeah, I'll say it again. I love to draw comic style things like um
Just like,
mangas.
oh, comic, just like comic cartoons, you mean? Just like a Snoopy on, I mean, well, Snoopy was more for my age, but just like these newspaper strips, just like Dilbert or this comic magazines, just like DC Comics, Marvel magazines, right?
Um, yeah, it's kind of like Japanese art styles. I love them. They're great.
Oh, Japanese are too brilliant. They are just like the kings of the world in this science fiction drawing universe they have created from many years ago. And what about your favorite colors? I mean, you started because a lot of manga are black and white, and many of the storybooks, but they're also color, of course. So, do you have a palette of colors you like? Just like a stronger pastel? You prefer black and white? What about colors?
You mostly all colors, but I usually just draw in black and white mostly.
Oh, good. That's good. Strong black and white can convey very, very strong messages too. That's good. And do you have uh, just like drawing? I mean, you have pals. other girls or boys friend of yours uh, in your age that are also drawing, being 10 years old, or you are the younger in the group?
Um, Not really in my age, just 2 years older, but just in my class. We have a class that's just fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. I'm in between, and my friend is in the sixth grade. I don't want to put out any personal informations. Her name is just Emma. It's a common name. That's why.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. No. It's totally. I mean that the most safe thing until you are have age majority. I mean, that's a proper thing to do. Just like basic names, and that's it. Or even you can have nicknames. It's safer always in any occasion. So the other question before I give the mic to Tonya again, it will be in the comic world. I mean, do you love that means do you love humor? Because let me tell you, you are 10 years old, and I am a little bit older than you. I'm just 50 years older. I have 60 years older. But I started when I was 10 years old. I was making a mail in drawing course, just like humor drawing cartoon and characters. And I was receiving the lessons by mail, and I got my diploma. My first diploma in cartooning was just like when I was your age. So I feel like a colleague of yours. Okay, so I'm very happy to have you here and to get to know your story. So, Tanya?
So let's since we asked a little bit about your art and let's talk about your 20 Doves of Freedom project. And so what was it like when you woke up the day that when they announced this that Russia was invading the Ukraine? I saw your video. Actually, I'm going to pin it to the nest that's from your profile. Tell us about that. What inspired you to do this?
yeah, it's was just like this. When I woke up and read the news, my parents told me about it. Then I thought, hey, my mother is Greek, and that's why I made the doves, because my mother's also fan of olives, and that's why the doves have an olive branch in their mouths. It's just a typical Greek sign for peace, freedom, and love. That's why I chose the doves.
And
Wow.
did you go to school and talked about your project? I mean, like I know your parents have been doing NFTs, but um, was this something that because I think a lot of kids nowadays are more still in Web 2. I'd love to hear more about what were their reaction when you said that you're going to do this.
I haven't told my friends yet because I haven't seen them not yet. It's still vacation. Tomorrow is school starting, and I'm really excited about that.
I'm just so excited to talk to you actually, because I have so much to ask you, but then I'm kind of like so in awe of your age and then how articulate you are, like the way you speak and I mean, like Sina and George, you guys did a great job, by the way.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, we used to live also in the US about 4 years ago. So, Melina visited the school. So, that's why she can talk much, much better English than I do. Yeah, and she's doing a really great job. We're really, really proud of her.
There
Yeah,
is,
I'm proud of her too. And I like the initiative that she took. That's very rare.
I wanted to ask about the 20 number. I mean, why did you choose 20 dogs? Does it have any special significance, or it was chosen randomly?
It was chosen randomly because we do it really quickly, and we thought 20 is a good dividing number because, yeah,
No, and besides, it's just like the amount of job of work you have to do because it's a trouble who is developing, but the times flies. So you have to act upon if you want to help the people with this. We everybody has to move the faster we can, including you. So it's a number that is because there are collections like 3,000 pieces or something like that, but I think that 20 pieces are easier to handle and easy to produce easier to produce. Sorry,
Yeah,
and
and
I would like to know also the inspiration. I mean, these dolls of peace are. Do you have a special influence for the style of drawing you decided for them?
it I um you mean do I have an inspiration? Do you mean that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
exactly.
have I have a lot of different inspirations. Most of the time, my sister and my cousin inspires me.
Okay.
My cousin said she would be in the space, but I don't see her at this moment. And yeah, they are kind of like my best friends and my biggest fans. They don't care what I draw. They just like the style. They always say it's amazing. And if they could, they would buy it with, 10 ETH.
Yeah, exactly. Well, regarding that fact that you can see them, I mean, yesterday I had art of caricature space, and it was funny because we were seeing only like 3 people on the screen, and then when the recording appeared, it said that we had like 45 people, 75 people, something like that. So the connections had been very all the week. I don't know if for Tonya has been the same, but I have a very usually I have difficulty in the signals because I am here in South America, and our connections are weak. But I believe that this week, particularly Twitter, has been maybe they are doing something in the platform, and the spaces have been crashing a little bit, or maybe you see the same profile picture 2 or 3 times in the square on your phone. So it's a little unstable. So let's not worry so much about that because usually that happens. Twitter, they are working hard, but they still, this is a work in progress. Okay. So, Tonya.
I'm
Are
tweeting.
you-
I'm sorry. I'm like tweeting for a moment. I'm DMing people. So,
So,
Yeah, I do have a question, you guys. So, Tonya, you are where are you based in? Carlos, you
I'm in
said
South Florida.
South Florida. Oh, nice.
Yeah, I'm a communication specialist. So I've been doing social media since 2006. And I've been in the NFT, I guess February of last year is when I started sitting in spaces. So, and then by the end of February, I was doing my own spaces. So I just really love the NFT. It reminded me of the community, how a community was when I first started in social media back in 2006, 2007, how everyone was just so, I don't know. I mean, social media wasn't even social media club was what I discovered it was founded in 2005. So, and back then no one was doing social media. So it's the same thing I feel like today with NFT. When you talk about the blockchain, the Web3, I mean, it's just like was when we first started in Web2. So it's exciting. And then I love the fact that she's so young and so like the way she's talking about understanding the blockchain and the NFT and, and that's the kind of stuff that I hope after this experience that Melina is going to travel or at least do some streaming in schools, live streaming in schools and talking about her experience in NFT and because I feel like it starts with one step, one person to do something, right? Then you get another person to join in, and you get another person. I feel like when it comes to NFT, the art and the music and everything, the culture itself should be taught in school and really inspire the student. You know, it's art is taught in school, or it used to be, but I feel like this isn't another platform that children can excel. And also the best part is they get their parents involved. So that's the key.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we think the same. So I mean, in a no gallery would invite kids. I mean, in real life to put their art there, and now for NFTs, and the blockchain, they can share with the entire world, right? So I mean, I see also some familiar faces in the space. Jack Tuber is also here. Mia. There are also kids artists in NFT world, and they're our biggest supporters. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I love this. I love seeing young artists joining and you know, getting close to your parents and getting the parents involved and having that conversation. I feel it's such an important time that we're in right now, that children should be inspired. And so I think it's great. And then my friend Chase is in the space too, because he has a daughter that I think we're talking about NFTs and creating these different projects. And then the best part about this is just the organic part about Melina waking up and saying, "Hey, I'm going to help the kids in Ukraine," and you know, and where she's from, she's not, you know, like I said, most of the time, children think about what's in their community, like you know, 5 miles away. But you know, for her to
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like this is very unique, very special. So Marlena, tell me something. Did you ever think that, were you always that child that always worried about other people's feelings, or if you see someone at school that's not having a bad day, are you the one that sit down and have lunch with them?
Yeah, I always was like that. Even in America, there was this friendship. Um, there was this friendship place. If somebody was alone, they
Yeah,
just sat
it
there.
calls it. Let me help you remember. It was like a friend bench at the break, at the lunch break. Remember, and if somebody didn't have a buddy, he could sit over there, right? So you can go on.
Yeah, and I always checked there if somebody was alone, and I really loved it to get to know more kids and to play something with them. It was really fun.
That's so wonderful. I mean, that's so wonderful to hear that. Kindness is comes in so many ways. So just that taking that moment to sit down and have lunch with somebody because they seem sad to you. That's wonderful. I think that's great. So my friend is here. Hi, Chase. How are you?
Hi, Tanya. Thank you for inviting me to speak and join the space.
Yeah, I appreciate you for joining. I know you have a daughter. We talked about her before about doing NFT, doing different projects. But Chase here is he's the man when it comes to smart contracts. So I was trying to get him into another space earlier. I was like, you need to come in here and tell them about smart contract. But we talk about you know, different projects, especially for kids and stuff. So I'm glad he's here.
No, that's great to hear. I love the different projects and the innovation that's happening, especially with kids and technology. So thank you for having me.
So you guys remember when you were younger? Well, I remember when I used to send my kid to our camp. I see this year, I feel like, you know, last year, no one, like when I say NFT, my friends will be like, what the heck is that? I even know I even know people who work for the patent office, the US patent office, and they didn't know what NFTs were. I was like, do you know what NFT is? You should know because it's really important for you. And they're like, no, we have never even heard of that. What is that? So now this year, they actually reached out to me right after Christmas. Apparently, a lot of people got the opportunity to hear more about NFTs. So I find it interesting now. Now here we are starting out, and I feel like Melina, for some unknown reason, I just really feel that you can create your own curriculum on how to create an NFT project for kids. Because I feel like, those are the kind of stuff. And nowadays, with the way things are set, especially with Google, they have a really cool section for teachers too. But if you were to write up your own project on how to, you can turn around and sell it on Amazon if you wanted to. I know my friend Gino, who is the founder of Starseed. We do a project together. I know he wrote a book on how to create your own NFT project, but I love to see a 10-year-old write the book for children and then have that be part of that and then submit it to your schools and stuff. I would submit it for you to the school boards here because I think it's really important that the schools think outside the box and look at the next future.
I know. I also need think. Sorry, that maybe a lot of people, or even older people like my age, we need an explanation. I mean, just to see a kid 10 years old understanding NFT, as you said earlier, and blockchain and the smart contracts and issues, it makes us just like, hey. It's not just like disregarding, like, oh, so easy that a child can do it. But sometimes that concept helps us. It's just like, okay, wait a moment, does not must be not so complicated, because the problem is not about complication. The problem is that we have been many decades, actual decades, living in a style, in a form of thinking. I mean, we have our own dinosaur thinking for decades, and now these things come and just disrupt everything with their innovative charge, and it makes it difficult for us to understand. So Melina could go and said, okay, this is as simple as this and this and this and this, and go with an explanation that will make, with the help of Chase or people who understand this, can make it easier for all the people to get into that. Because I think you have collectors and you have a creator, and both are needed to keep this NFT world and wonderful promise growing and rolling. And it's needed that people with money, but you can have people with money, people who are scared about what NFT are, or that they may be thinking it is a scam. I know a very good old person, friend from a television station here. He has a lot of money, and he didn't believe in NFTs at all. He was kidding me and making fun of me until he saw, like 2 months ago, that the Grammys Awards, along with Mr. Quincy Jones, did announce they were making official NFTs for the Grammys. He loved music. He was a guitar player when he was younger. So he said, hey, I need to talk to you again about NFTs, because I saw the Grammys. I taking that seriously. So that's what I mean. I mean, in the case of my friend, the seeing the Grammys getting into this NFT wagon changed his mind and made him to dare to get into that. So I think that same kind of effect could be produced with the help of someone as wonderful as Melina, and has precautious in these areas. The other question is, Melina, do you have, how much help do you have understanding the technical part, or do you already understand and you know how to the blockchain functions, what the concept of the contract is? Because if you don't handle that, it's okay. But I believe that you are somehow very clear about all this process too. Is that true?
Yeah, that's true. Should I explain it for the people that don't know what NFTs are? Should I explain it?
Yes, please.
Yes, of course. Well, that would be great.
So, yeah, NFT stands for non-fungible tokens. In general, that can be an audio, a video, a photo, or any type of data, and you can sell it on any platform of a file in an NFT, any platform like OpenSea or Rarible. I think Solana is also a platform, right? Wait, no, that's a coin. Huh? I forgot how the others are called. I'm not really informed about that, but there are many others where you can just sell your NFTs. And yeah, it's recorded on the blockchain. You can buy it with a cryptocurrency like MetaMask, and yeah.
In this case, the economics around your work are handled. I mean, because since you are not how do you say, an older
He's a minor. Minor.
it's a minor, exactly. I guess your parents are representing you, of course, and they are handling that for you. I mean, that's mandatory, I guess. It's like that, Saina?
Did you ask something? Sorry, my little one wanted something from me. Can you repeat, Carlos? Sorry.
No, yeah, regarding, because she's a minor. I mean, so she cannot be. I mean, I think that she cannot handle that unless she's at least 18 years old, I guess, to be able of, or maybe 21, to handle the financials of regarding this. So you need a representative. I mean, you are representing her work, and the money. And I would like to know more about the process. How can you do to be sure to make the revenues coming from this $20 collection actually come into the hands of people actually helping the Ukrainian kids? What's your plan for that? Because people usually are, they like to know, because blockchain is totally transparent. So we need transparency too, to know, just like, oh, in this case, it will be, we have, for example, Caritas. The Caritas is a Catholic organization with more than 60 years working all over the world, helping people, and they were getting to help the inhabitants of the Tonga Island, where this horrific volcano in the Pacific took place. So the NFT artists related to the process were being, I mean, given working in coordination with Caritas. So in this case, what will be the way, the channel to make these benefits to reach actual kids in Ukraine? What's your plan?
And yeah, we decided to donate 100% the sales because we see that the situation in Ukraine is getting worse and worse every day. And we donated over the giving block to saving the children. That's what the fund is called. And I'm going to tell a bit more about the giving block. It's a fund where you can directly donate crypto to any type of fund that is there. Yeah.
And they will be doing charge of the handling of the assets to make the help to arrive safely.
It's full transparent. Everyone sees how much money has been donated.
Yeah, I have been watching the news, and I see very, very terrible things, and I see that everybody is like in a very, very strong and defensive position. But it must be very, very difficult to be in Ukraine and to have a family, that you have a small kid in your family, and to try to fight for your country. And if you couldn't escape, and you have, I mean, it's such an incredible mess, the lack of peace. It's horrible. So I think a lot of people need your help, and you're setting a wonderful example to make other people work and put a grain of sand to help into the problem. I even saw a beauty pageant candidate or delegate. She's an incredibly wonderful, beautiful woman, and she's like and I got to see the news this morning. I mean, she's like a Miss Ukraine going to and she is holding a submachine gun, and actually she's there defending and fighting along with all the other military personnel defending her country. Isn't that great? It's just like a great example of that they are given to the war too.
It's horrible that they have to do that. That they to shoot at her. It's really awful.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like it may remind me some old Michael Jackson songs. There is a song, I don't remember the name, but it was just like depicting the video clip shows the war and shows a family coming back to where their house was. Well, it was it's such an is that situation reliving again? I mean, it's just like a war is always terrible.
It's always terrible.
So after this project, Melina, will you be doing some other ones, or was this your first one that you did?
I will be keep on continuing with the Kawaii Kitties, which is a collection that I started recently. I uploaded 10 pieces of them, but on the next day, I think we found out about the war in Ukraine that it just got serious. And we interrupted uploading the rest of the Kawaii Kitties because of the war too.
You know that I particularly want to share something with you because I know maybe it's not related, but for me personally, just like I mentioned, the Catholic organization Caritas, I was raised Catholic, and in our Catholic faith and in religion and in the Bible, I mean, you know that the dove represent also a very strong spirit of peace because it's one of the Trinity persons of God. I mean, just like the Saint Spirit, and it is. So I do really love the concept of the doves because I think that usually we talk or imagine only one piece dove, but having 20 is just like you're sending more strong. It's just like being strong. It's just like, hey, let's send a bigger army of peacemakers or peace fighters. So that's what I was asking you about the number. So it's wonderful that you multiply 10, 20 fold the force of peace that is represented in this religious dove of our Catholic people. So thank you for choosing that dove. And I want to say, have you received invitations from other, just like I know radio station, other Twitter spaces, and maybe people from because I would like to make to keep doing just like PR for you and connect. I have many friends in the States and here in South America, and I would like to keep you helping. So uh, I am already following you and your parents, and please, I would love to have information that I could receive and resend during all this week that's starting tomorrow to maybe you can if I want to know if you are willing to give more interviews and to keep talking about this.
Yeah, of course. Can I tell a bit about should I tell a bit about the Kawaii Kitties or should I tell a bit more about the dove?
No. Whatever you wish. I mean, in this case, what I think is that you need, if you have a plan or you have other invitations, or if you have already, since you created this concept, if you have been in another space, if it is the first time, it's an honor for us. But I don't want to stop here. I mean, I just want to keep helping because I have many contacts, just like Tonya has, and we can resend this. And remember, this is being recorded, so there is the possibility of the people can hear you again during the recording, and we want to publicize that and make it wider, just like to give a wider knowledge to the people, you know. So also, I will love you to do some kind of tutorial. You know what? That would be great for YouTube. If you can explain having the background of your idea of helping the Ukrainian kids, it will give a special appeal to that tutorial that you could make. Just like a basic NFT explanations, but also when people get to know you, they say, "Oh, I mean, she was doing this wonderful and so human thing for these kids," and it will make it a very special frame for the explanation that you could give. It doesn't have to be so long. I mean, I think that 10 minutes it will be enough, but you explaining with some graphics that you could you yourself could draw or use images from the web or whatever. But I would love to see that there is an explanation of the NFTs by a 10-year-old who is actually helping people and helping kids with NFTs. What do you think of that idea? Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, I'm planning to make a YouTube video on it, just explaining how the NFT works, Web3, and so on. And yeah, I also wanted to say, because of your question before, I'll surely be happy to do more interviews and go into some more Twitter spaces where they interview me. And
Yeah,
I actually was planning to do my own Twitter space this Saturday, but my sister had her birthday party, maybe, and then I thought maybe today, but
that's
the,
wonderful. This
uh,
Tuesday, this Tuesday,
um,
past tomorrow, you mean?
well, I think we're doing it next Saturday again.
Ah, next Saturday. Okay, sorry. Okay.
No
You
worries.
need a co-host? I'll help you. I'll do one. I'll do one with you. I'll run the analytics, so at least you can get your, because the analytics gives me the listeners, and then the listeners, then you can reach out to the listeners and see if they need help or have any questions, and then also tell you how many people joined in, and because what we see here is not what we get numbers wise, because there's some people can listen through the desktop and you won't see them.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
I would love to.
I
Yes,
mean, Carlos, Antonio, that's a wonderful idea. I mean, Melina is really excited that she's also today here and invited from you guys. I mean, she's quite busy doing the drawings and everything, but I think we could find some time to join the spaces or plan something because it's really important that her message goes out. Yeah, because the people there, they do need some help, I guess.
well, actually, I'm putting together with some other people. We're doing it's almost like Live Aid, but it's going to be on. We're going to do a concert, so maybe she can come talk a little bit about her project. I'm working on the details with some of the other artists, but we want it to be more of a community and to we're going to have a lot of music, but I like to add in different people sharing their stories and why they're doing it, why they're promoting to help raise awareness about what's going on in Ukraine.
Yeah, that's a very great idea. I would be looking forward to joining this concert.
Yeah, we're planning to do it within we want to do it as soon as possible. So we're meeting tomorrow, and then I'm building the forms for the artist and the musicians so that they can fill that out. So say if they want to be part of it or they want to speak and stuff. So kind of so we can be a little bit more organized. And the concerts usually go like 3 to 4 hours, depending how many musicians we have. But our goal is to really just raise a lot of awareness about it and also raise some money. I use Restream, and it turns out the founders of Restream are from the Ukraine, from the town that's being being taken over. So they have been donating money to the Red Cross. But I'm going to try to reach out to them and see if they want to do something with us, because I feel like the more people we can get together to collaborate, and then Carlos would be part of it, because Carlos can tell, he's hilarious actually. I want Carlos to be part of it too.
Yes, totally. And I was remember how is the name of this guy, Vicker and Bunsen, this doctor with the little dogs, uh, dressed like
Yeah, Jason.
what's his name again?
His
I
name is
keep.
Jason. Bunsen
Yes,
V.
exactly.
Mhm.
Yes, because you know what happened. I believe that he has a huge young people audience that follows him. I think that Melina could be a wonderful guest for. I think we should talk to him and tell him about her case and her proposal and her wonderful project, because I think it will be very interesting to the younger audience, because I know a lot of people, because these are two, it's a special space, weekly space. Beacon and Bunsen, it's with the actual stars are just like two dogs, supposedly talking dogs. Of course, they don't talk, but they appear with the little, the just like these white things like doctors use, the robes, and if they talk a lot about science, but they make it in a very very funny way, just like in the spirit of Sesame Street or the old Mr. Rogers many years ago, even before your parents were born, I guess. But it's like a proper. I mean, I will love other kids listening to your example. I think it's wonderful. I know that kids are very competitive in a good sense, of course, very receptive to good examples, which is very important too. So I think that it will be great to have, because you know what happens. Many people who are 40 years old or 50 years old and are not so happy with their achievements may listen about a kid, a 10-year-old kid, and will say, "Oh no, that will depress me." It will be sad because I mean she's only 10 and she's already doing so much, and I am 40, I am 50. No, I don't want to listen to her. So that's what I was thinking. It's like, oh, let's try to get younger people who are closer to your age, and be it will be more easy for them, or less traumatic, for say it and put it in that way. Just like, oh, I want to be like Melina, and you can be an example for them. So it is that's the only thing I'm reasoning, because in this era of mental health, everything is so. I mean, it's just like it's so easy to tip the balance in the scale so easily with just a tip of a finger in one direction or another. So you have to consider all factors, and I was considering that. I would say, oh, what about a children audience? And this music show that you're preparing, it's just in the still of Live Aid many years ago. I think it's just wonderful. And please count me in totally. Okay, I would like to be there.
Oh, don't worry. I'm counting.
Yeah,
Don't worry. I mean, volunteer
please.
you before you even realize it.
Yeah, yes, exactly. I mean, this is you're. I know that you are a specialist in hypnosis, mental powers, everything. Melina and Sina and George, I will confess you a secret. I always tell about Tonya. Tonya is in so many spaces a day and doing so many things every day that I discovered that, for example, Sina and George days have only 24 hours. Melina, your days, how much lasts one of your days? 24 hours. Mine too. But you know the secret? Tonya's days last 36 hours. God gave her extra hours so she can do more. And the other theory, the other conspiracy theory, is that they are triplets. They are three girls, actually, but they keep the secret about the other two. So it's appear just like 100 of places at the same time, and you say, how much Tonya is here too, Tonya is here too, Tonya is here too. So that's a normal week,
You
any
were so
moment of
cracking
the
me
year.
up. I was waiting for you. I was like, you didn't say anything about that. He always makes fun. He always teases me about this, by the way. So it's about 3:50. Right now we have 75 people total listeners for the space. But is anybody in that space would like to ask some questions? I think we have Helena is in the space. I'd love to hear from Helena also. Jack Tuber, if you want to come up and join us, please do. And ONC, join us. Let's hear. And if you and you guys are all young
Yeah,
artists.
listen. For example, hey, you just mention how many. You know how much people I'm watching here. In my screen, I only see until Chase. I am only watching only 5 people. How many are
Me,
you watching?
me too, actually. I'm only seeing only just 5 people. That's really,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
going to send you the
Carlos? Or just,
screenshot.
I don't know.
Yes. No.
Yeah.
You were naming people I
We
don't see
believe you,
here.
Tonya.
I don't see.
So,
You
by the way,
name. I was taking note, and you named one Jack Tuber or something like that. But I don't see him on my screen.
oh, I do see Jack Tuber. But
Do you see Jack
back, back,
Tuber?
back, back to you, Tonya. I mean, you're really amazing if you do that. So, women power. I do have a question. Your last name is Schultz. Is it correct? Are you from Germany or have
Oh no, I'm from
family?
Vietnam. It's my son. It's for it's my baby daddy's name. I never changed it. I know when we got
Okay.
divorced, I changed it. But yeah, I'm actually in. I'm the president of Women Communication, so we have always been try to empower the. You can sit there and give someone a free meal, right? Feed them, but what if you taught them a skill so that they can feed their family? So that's our philosophy have always been. We're known as the Association for Women in Communication. I'm the South Florida chapter president, but the national chapter has been around since 1909. We always feel that I always say this, but we are the reason why women in America can vote, because at 1909, women couldn't vote or drive a car. So it's something. And then we've always reported on every war there has ever been, because we started as journalists and authors, writers, PR people. And then in 2010, because I became the president in 2008, I brought my chapter in. We were the first chapter to go into social media. And so in 2008, I started really talking to the blogging mothers, the mothers who blog, who didn't think that they had a voice, who didn't make no money yet at the time. And I would talk to them about it and say, just do it. At the time, it was just Google. They had a blog. So we were talking about it, and I pushed these women and I say, do it. You can make money out of this. And 2010, we really started this campaign pushing so that bloggers, mommy bloggers and daddy bloggers have press credentials, because they had a voice. And at the time, a lot of people didn't believe in it. And then they didn't realize how many people actually started blogging in 2010. And it takes not just one person, it takes an army to make a movement, right? To create something different. So an army, it shows that mommy bloggers are an army. They're pretty powerful together. And they, so I always look back at it. So that's how I feel about NFT today. I feel NFT is going to be the next wave, especially with the Web3 and the blockchain and understanding all the different aspects of it. So it just takes one person to talk about it, and then that person brings another friend or a cousin or a family member, or the person got the parents, or the parents got the child doing it. So it just takes one moment just to say, you know what, I'm going to try this out and study and find that passion and why you do it. And I think that's the key. And then bringing your family together to be part of this is the key also. So I just
Oh, yeah, really inspiring. So, I mean, really amazing what you, Tonya, doing for women and everything. Really amazing. Keep going the good work.
Thank you. And actually, I'd like to. We'll have to set another time, but I'd like to interview Melina for my Empower Yourself Monday. But I think we will have to schedule it in a time to fit her schedule, and then I will have to live stream it out again on the 10 a.m. mark, because it's Monday at 10 a.m. It's called Empower Yourself Monday. So every Monday we feature a communicator to to show what they're doing and talk about. So we featured some NFT projects. We featured people who are putting together conference for Web 3.1, talking about that. So we featured all different. So I'd love for Melina to be one of them, to be our 2022 communicator. So we'll work out the details because I want to be able to feature her and really raise awareness about this.
Hey,
because
listen,
it's incredible.
Tonya, just a second, please. If you can get into the nest up there, you will see a capture I just made, and you can see the double chase. I mean, that's what I was. You can see that chase appears twice. See, this is like going nuts today. Can you see? I can see just you, Simon George, Melina, and there are two chases to get two chase together. That's the I just put that
I
into the
see it
nest.
now. I see it now. Okay, so full
So
disclaimer, folks. Let me tell you what's going on with Twitter. Twitter
yeah,
is
you know,
sending.
Queenergy. I don't know if he's Jocelyn Main is still having the Friday space, but Queenergy I will send this and to her because they are always aware of this and they are trying to fix it, but this bug keeps coming back. But this, and yesterday it happened to me in the art of caricature space we only saw just like 6 or 7 persons, and just when the recording started it said we had 45 listeners and we never saw them. So I think it's due to the web application, I mean the Twitter web software, which doesn't allow people to speak, and they are disappearing there now because there's always more people listening that you see here.
No, it's we had an update 3 or 4 days ago, and it was emoji update. That's why we all have this all the emojis.
Maybe I haven't. But you mean for Android or only Apple?
I'm not sure for Android, but I know for iOS, there's an update.
iOS. Oh, okay, no, because I will check anyway my version. I did it yesterday, but I don't know if they did any other. Anyway, but listen. This is just the beginning, Melina. This is just the beginning. I mean, we are going to be following you up, okay? And Simon and George, please keep in contact. We are already following each other, and I want you to please send us information, and we're going to inform you about that. If you're doing this Saturday, the Saturday special space with Melina's sister, please do invite us and don't let us out. We want to help, and we can use. I have just like a lot of people in my followers that they can receive the ads, and I will talk to a couple of people in Twitter, Risha Howard and Queenergy and the same, and explain the importance of your case, so to see if they can send like extra technical people to to make like a set up a technical guard, and in case of any malfunctioning, just like they can fix it faster than normal. Okay, in just to protect your project, which is so important in these moments.
Well, it's about
Thank you.
3:59. I didn't know if anybody want to grab the mic, come up, ask any questions or not before we do our closing remarks.
Let's see.
Hey, I think that's so on my closing remark is that I'm very impressed with Melina and her parents, and that I am thrilled to have connected with them. And it wasn't for Amanda. I think Amanda is the one that should have been here. Amanda is the one that told me all about it. I jumped in and I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we're going to continue following her wonderful career. And if she needs help with hosting a space next week, let me know. I run the analytics so you can have your, because you got to have your data. That's the most important part. And I'll be happy to give you some different tips or different things you can do to create more awareness on your project on Web 2. I know we talk about Web 3, but Web 2 is important, very important. So that's what I'd like to leave my closing mark at. Carlos?
Well, I'm very, very happy and astonished. You reminded me, I'm starting to work. Well, I yesterday did a cartoon. I don't know if I will have the time to put it up. But if you get into my Twitter, you will go down a little bit and you will see a cartoon of my character. I did create a character 45 years ago, a cartoon, and it was published in 86 in a newspaper here in Venezuela. And now I'm resurrecting him for see what I want to be if he can come back to the earth as an NFT. So I am very happy to be drawing again. And my kid too. I have a 60-year-old boy who has a mild autism, and he's not living with us in our country not right now. And he loves the way I draw. And I was his slave actually. Daddy, a drawing. Daddy, a drawing. Daddy, a drawing. When he was here, it was make me draw every day, all day long for him. So I am so happy to see you drawing so early, and I hope that you never stop. And thanks for having such a big heart, Melina, and be such a big example for the kids of the planet. Okay, thank you for coming.
And Melina, give us your closing remarks, and tell us how to get a hold of you. And then I also want to close out with the parents, and also because we have to have Sina and George back and talk about their project, because I didn't even know they were NFT artists too. So this is awesome.
I want shout outs to the other NFT Kids artists that are here. You should keep on creating and keep on following your dreams. Someday, the collector will come to you that loves your stuff, will buy it, and will promote you on and on with doing it even with you out and even ask. So keep on creating, and you will get far in life sometime. Your art is amazing. Helen, I saw you sold a couple times. Jack Tuber, I love your collection. Got the Funky Crew. And ONC, very great work.
Wonderful, wonderful. Nice to hear that. So,
hold on, I want to finish with Sina and George.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tonya. Thank you so much, Carlos, for your kind words. It's really encouraging. Also for Melina and the other NFT Kids artists that they're in the space and listening. And the other people, of course. We're really thankful and really proud also of Melina. She's doing a really great job, and the important part is that she's having fun, no pressure, just doing it. It comes from deep inside her soul. I mean, she's a really talented girl. And we're trying to support her where we can as a parent, and of course school first, family first, and and the other things are hobbies, and we're trying to support her where we can. And again, thank you so much, Tonya. It was really nice meeting you guys and Carlos. I hope we stay connected. You can DM us anytime. So whether Melina or at my account. So we're managing her account. She's not allowed to go on Twitter by herself. So thank you very much, and have a good day. I guess. What time is it in Florida right now, or Carlos?
It's beautiful 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm watching the golfers.
Oh, nice.
And
you, Carlos, what time?
5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. But it's gonna change to the same time that Tonya in about, I don't know, now in March when the time change comes again, the DST thing is gonna be back to for example, I have 4 hours with Los Angeles, and it's gonna be back to 3 hours in a week or something like that. Melina, congratulations, and remember, one draw at a day, one thing at a time. That's the secret. You know the hourglasses? The hourglass have this lot of grains of sand, sorry, inside the sun clock. There is one little grain at a time, one little grain at a time. That's a big secret in life. Okay, so concentrate and do one thing at a time, and you will reach further distances and bigger distances every time. God bless you. God bless you all, and thank you for being here.
Okay, everybody, thank you. And we'll be back next Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our usual schedule. And again, I really appreciate Melina and her parents for being here, Sina and George, and Carlos. I really appreciate you. And I want to say goodbye to Brent and Chase and also Helen. And also, oh my gosh, Jack, Tuber, I hope you guys grab a mic. And Carlos, goodbye. And another
And
Carlos.
listen, listen,
We have three
listen,
Carlos
listen.
here. And Maria.
No, listen. If you truly have, because I do believe that if you truly have Elon Musk through your WhatsApp, say hello in my name. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Take care.
Hello.
Bye bye.